Hmm. Hello, good morning. Welcome in, everyone. Just going to wait a few minutes to allow more people to come in. But if you'd like, you can go ahead and drop in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Thank you, everyone, for joining me this morning. Well, it's morning for me. Not sure where everyone is right now, but South City. Perfect. It's very close to me. Menlo Park. Hi, Barbara. Oh, Vivian, you're also in Menlo Park. Amazing. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to introduce myself. So, hi everyone. My name is Jesenia Navarrete, and I am a Kundalini Yoga teacher and one of the practitioners for Banyan Tree Women's Collective. And just a little bit about Banyan. So, it is a 501c3 not-for-profit organization based out of the San Francisco Bay Area Peninsula. So this class and other classes that Banyan offers is free because Banyan believes that health and wellness acts as a human right, and everyone should have access to resources and classes like these. So I realize some of you are part of our April challenge, and maybe some of you are just visiting and popping in just to take this class. But thank you to everyone who showed up, whether you're a part of the challenge or not. I welcome each of you and thank you for sharing a little bit of your day with me today. So I am going to launch a short poll for everyone to take. So this is just a short survey, and all the answers are going to be private because we are a nonprofit and we offer these classes for free. This survey really helps us out. You can just look at it as almost like a little bit of form of payment in exchange for this class. So it's very quick. It's going to be just very short if each one of you just take a little bit of time to fill it out. And if you are just joining us, we're just taking a really brief survey right now before the start of class. So I would really appreciate if you just took a moment to fill it out. It's a very, very quick survey. Just going to take just one more minute to fill this out. And if you're just joining us right now, we're just taking a quick little survey before class. Would really appreciate if you took a moment to fill that out. Perfect. Looks like everyone filled that out. Thank you so much. So I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. Okay, beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and explain a little bit about how the class is set up today. I know I see some familiar faces that have done a Kundalini with me before. I'm not sure if this is the first time anyone else is doing Kundalini yoga. It is a different style of yoga than most people are used to. And so a little bit about Kundalini Yoga, it is known as the yoga of awareness. And the reason for that is because much of this practice is done with the eyes closed as we are going into our internal world. And as we go internally, we can become aware of both our power and our limitations. So Kundalini Yoga uses a lot of potent, powerful breath work combined with repetitive movements. And when we do anything like that, we may face a little resistance from our mind. Our mind will tell us, I want to stop. I don't want to do this anymore. And that's when we have to tap into our body. Is our body telling us we can keep going? Do we have the strength within us? And then also being mindful of that and checking in with your body. Does my body need rest? Is it hurting? Is it actually tired? So this is all about coming back to your power and your own sovereignty. And so when we do this on the mat, when we challenge the mind that is telling us to stop, and we tap into our body's power that's telling us to keep going, when we move through life off the mat and challenges come up where our mind wants us to give up way before we actually have to and need to, we can tap into that little bit of power that we cultivated and practiced in this class. So the way that is set up, we will begin with a warm up. So it's really just to warm up our body, our energy system, our spine. And then we'll move into a quick, short yet potent Kriya. And so in Kundalini, we do Kriyas, which is just a set of postures, breath work, and movement. And this is really going to be targeting to help heal our heart space. So all the movements that we will be doing during the Kriya are going to be stimulating our heart meridians, which run all along our fingers and our hands up to our heart space. And so all you need is a yoga mat. If you have some sort of bolster. If not, a few pillows will work. Majority of this class will be done seated. So just making sure you have something comfortable to sit on. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go back here on the mat so that you can see me. And we're just going to get started in a cross-legged position. Beautiful. So I'm going to ask everyone to bring their palms together and rub them, just generate some heat here, awakening our energy on your hands, really starting to stimulate the heart meridians already by doing this. You can go ahead and bring them up to the heart space, gently close the eyes, taking a nice deep breath in here and release. And keeping the eyes closed and continuing with long, deep breaths in your own pace and rhythm. I'm just gonna invite you to bring to your attention any intention you have for this practice. Just allowing your heart to speak to you in this moment. What is it that you need in this moment right now? And we're gonna go ahead and take another nice deep breath in together. And release. You can go ahead and open your eyes, return back to the space as we move into the first move for our warm up. So we're just going to be taking palms of our hands, placing them on our thighs near our knees. And we're going to be inhaling as we bring our torso forward, exhaling as we gently round the spine. So inhaling, pushing that chest forward, exhaling as we round the spine. And go ahead and find your own unique pace and rhythm for this. And whenever you feel comfortable, just gently close your eyes. Continuing to sync that breath with the posture, inhaling as you go forward, exhaling as you round your back. So we're just gently beginning to awaken and stir the energy within us right now. Giving a nice little gentle movement to your spine. And this is really to help you to begin to drop into your body. And inhaling as we go forward, exhaling as we round the spine. And we're going to go ahead and switch directions. We're in the opposite direction now, continuing to sync that breath with rhythm. Inhaling as you go forward, exhaling as you round the spine. And go ahead and start to make these circles just smaller and smaller until you come to a place of stillness. And we're going to pause here, keeping the eyes closed. Just a moment to go within. And just begin to notice the energy that's starting to awaken, noticing how your body's feeling in this moment. Beautiful. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes, come back to this space, and we're going to transition to the next move. So we're going to go ahead and move our pillow or bolster, if you have one, to the side. And we're going to come to a tabletop position on all fours, bringing our knees, hips width apart, hands, shoulders width apart, and we're going to go into a cat-cow. So we're going to go ahead and breathe in as we drop our head up, and exhale as we bring our head forward. Inhaling, dropping navel down, bringing head up. Exhaling as we round and bring our head forward. And go ahead and find what pace and rhythm feels comfortable for you, whether you want to keep this slow, or maybe you just want to speed it up just a bit. Whatever feels comfortable for you in this moment. And inhaling as we bring our forehead up, exhaling as we drop down. And our next inhale, we're just going to pause the movement, hold and suspend the breath. And exhale, we're going to bring our hips backwards, putting our arms up in front, down for child's pose, bringing our forehead down to the mat, or stacking our hands and bringing our foreheads here if that feels more comfortable. And we're just going to pause here for just a moment. In between each move during Kundalini Yoga, we are going to have a moment of pause and rest. And this is just to really integrate all the energy and movement and shifts that you are creating within yourself. And whenever you're ready, invite you to open your eyes, come back to the space, and we are going to be staying seated on the back of our heels. And if this doesn't feel comfortable to you, if you have your pillow or bolster, you can go ahead and place it right there to sit on. And we're going to be bringing the palms of our hands onto our thighs. And we're going to be inhaling as we drag it up, opening up our chest, and exhaling as we drag it down and round our backs. Inhale, coming up. Exhale as we round down. Whenever you feel comfortable, gently close the eyes, moving at your own pace and rhythm, syncing that breath with movement. Inhaling as we open up, exhaling as we round down. We're just really working on continuing to awaken our spine, to awaken our energies, slowly bringing that upwards. And this last inhale, go ahead and pause the movement, suspending and holding the breath. And exhaling, just bringing your hands to your thighs, keeping the eyes closed, just taking a moment of pause and stillness. This is your moment to go within. Begin to notice how your body's feeling, the energy that's shifting. And whenever you're ready, you can gently open the eyes, return back to transition to the next move. So we're going to go back into a cross-legged position. And we're going to go ahead and move through a spinal twist. And if at any moment, since we are going to be sitting for a long time, if sitting cross-legged doesn't feel good, just feel free to open up your legs, stretch them out, shake them out, whatever feels comfortable for you. But we're going to be in a cross-legged position for this. And we're going to bring our first 4 fingers towards the front of our shoulders and bringing our thumb to round behind. Now, if this doesn't feel accessible to you, you can go ahead and drop the hands and just come into a cactus pose like this. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be inhaling as we twist our torso and our head towards the left. Exhaling as we twist our torso and head to the right. So inhaling through the nose as we go to the left, exhaling as we go to the right. And this can look as slow as this, or you can speed it up and move like this. It is up to you. So whenever you're ready, gently close the eyes and begin moving at your own pace and rhythm. Inhaling as you go to the left, exhale as you twist to the right. And what we're doing here is that we are inhaling and intaking from the feminine side, which is the left side. And we are exhaling through the masculine side. So the feminine side has nice cooling energy. And as we exhale to the right, we are releasing any excess heat that does not belong in our body in this moment. Just continuing to sync that breath with movement. Inhale towards the left, exhale towards the right. Moving how quickly or slowly as your body feels called to. And if at any moment you need to take a break, that's absolutely fine. You can drop your arms and come back if and when you're ready. I'm just going to be here for just a little moment longer. And on the next inhale, keeping the arms up, gently holding, suspending the breath. And exhale, just shaking the arms out, finding a nice resting position on your thighs, keeping the eyes closed, coming to that pause, a moment of stillness. Beautiful. Whenever you're ready, you can gently open the eyes, come back. And we're going to move into the last movement for our warm-up. So we're going to be inhaling as we bring our shoulders up to our ears, exhaling as we gently drop them down. Inhaling, bringing them up, exhaling, dropping them down. So whenever you feel comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes, move at your own pace and rhythm. Inhaling as we bring our shoulders up to our ears, exhaling as we gently drop them down. And I would like to invite you to begin to imagine just any tension, any stress, anything that you're currently holding on your shoulders, just gently dissipating off. We tend to carry the weight of the world on our shoulders, our stress, our tasks, our to-do list. Right now is just a moment just to let all of that go. Using your breath as you inhale up, exhaling as you drop down, using your breath as that means to move anything that has just been weighing heavy on your shoulders right now. Just going to gently release that. And if it feels comfortable for you, you can go ahead and just quicken up the speed just a little bit, powerfully moving your shoulders up and down, or you can continue at a slower rate. It's up to you. Just going to be here for just a little bit longer. And go ahead, inhale, bringing the shoulders up, suspending, gently holding the breath, and exhaling. And instead of that moment of pause and stillness, keeping the eyes closed, just gently give your neck a nice roll. Whether it's a half moon roll, gently swinging it side to side, or giving a nice rounded neck rotation. Just giving a nice massage after we've done the shoulder shrugs. Maybe changing directions. And whenever you're ready, you can gently open your eyes to transition to the next move. So we're going to go ahead and move into our Kriya portion of the class. And like I had mentioned before, Kriya is just a short, potent sequence of breath work, repetitive movement, to help with a specific intention. And our intention today is to help heal the heart space. So we are going to be doing a lot of movements that involve the arms. As I had mentioned, the heart meridians run along our fingertips all the way to here. So anytime we move our arms, move our hands, tap our fingertips, we are awakening this line of energy that's going to help heal the heart, strengthen the heart, and protect it. And so for the first movement, we are going to bringing our arms out parallel to the sides, and we're going to be focusing on pumping this middle finger and syncing that with our breath. And so it'll look like this. And we want to get a nice pumping motion from our navel. Now, if you're currently menstruating or pregnant, please refrain from doing this pumping motion and just take nice, long, deep breaths. So as we pump this middle finger, this is actually the pericardium meridian, and the pericardium meridian is known as the heart protector. So we're going to be strengthening our heart protector with this posture. So whenever you're ready, bringing our arms out parallel. If any moment you need to drop it, that's absolutely fine. We're going to go ahead and pump that middle finger. And as we do that, we're going to be syncing with our breath, a nice powerful breath from our nose, and creating that pumping from our navel. Whenever you feel comfortable with this, just gently close the eyes, go within, continuing to move and pump the middle finger as you pump your navel with your powerful breath from your nose. You should feel this breath coming from your navel. You're going to feel that rhythm of the navel going in and out as you pump. Our navel center is the power center. So as we pump this, we're really asking our body to move the energy, specifically within our pericardium and heart centers, as we are pumping our fingers and directing the energy to these parts. So just continuing to sync that breath with movement, that powerful pranic navel breath. Remembering to take breaks if your body's asking for it, and hop back in whenever you're ready. Just going to be here for just a moment longer. And as we're starting to reach the end of this posture, just see if you can find the power within you to continue to keep the arms up, continue with that powerful breath. Just find that last bit of power within you. On this next inhale, keeping the arms up, gently holding, suspending the breath. And exhaling, just shaking the arms out. And bringing them onto your thighs, keeping the eyes closed. And we're going to go for a moment or pause in stillness. These pauses during the practice are just as important as the physical movement. This is your moment to really go within, really tap into your inner awareness. And as we progress with each movement, you can begin to notice the change within your mind, your body, your energy. Okay, beautiful. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes, come back to transition to the next movement. And so what are we going to be doing here is we're going to be inhaling as we bring our left hand to our heart, opening up our right, and exhaling as we switch. Inhaling, tapping our heart with our left, opening up our right palm, And exhaling as we switch, tapping our right hand to our heart, opening up our left. Inhaling, exhale. We're going to be inhaling through our nose throughout this, but for any reason, if you need to use your mouth for the breaths, go ahead and do that. So whenever you're ready, gently closing the eyes, coming into this practice. Inhaling as we tap our left hand to our heart, open up our right. Exhaling as we tap our right hand to our heart, open up the left. And what we're doing here with this gentle rhythmic movement is that we're just continuing to pump and awaken the heart meridians. And as we gently tap our heart space, we're just sending a little bit of love to this area. So as you continue your breath with movement, inhaling, tapping left hand, exhaling, tapping with the right hand, just go ahead and use your breath to send a little bit of love to your heart space. If at any moment your arms are starting to hurt and they're feeling heavy and tired, just go ahead and just pause and come back whenever you're ready. Just syncing that breath with movement, however quickly or slowly you are feeling called. This is really a practice of just inviting in more self-love. And as we tap our hearts, we're just reminding ourselves that we are here for ourselves. We see and accept ourselves exactly how we are. We're just tapping into that inner beauty that we each hold, our own unique special essence that we radiate through our heart space. Just sending that back to ourselves in this moment. We're just going to be here for just a little bit longer. And this next inhale, just keeping the right arm up, left hand over the heart, suspending and holding the breath. And we're going to exhale, bringing the right arm, our right hand over our left, resting them at our heart space for this pause and stillness, keeping the eyes closed. This is your moment to just really go within your heart. Just continue to send a little bit of love to yourself in this pause. Okay, beautiful. Whenever you're ready, gently opening the eyes to transition to the next move. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be inhaling as we open up, bring our shoulder blades back together, gently opening up the chin towards the roof, and exhaling as we come in to give ourselves a hug. Inhaling, opening up, exhaling to give ourselves a hug. And when we come in to do the hug, go ahead and alternate the way you are hugging yourself with each movement. So again, inhaling, opening up, bringing shoulders blades together, tilting your head up towards the roof, and exhaling, bringing our head back down, and giving ourselves a nice hug. So moving at your own unique pace and rhythm, syncing that breath with movement, inhaling as we open up, exhaling as we come in for a hug. And gently close the eyes and come into this practice whenever you feel comfortable with it. So what we're doing here is we open up. We are opening up ourselves to the potential to infinite love that exists here in the world and in the universe. And we're just simply drawing that into ourselves as we go into this hug. So inhale, open up to the infinite love. Exhale, bringing that into your being. And if any moment you need to sit a little bit longer with this hug and just be there for yourself, that is absolutely okay. And hop back in whenever you're ready, when you're ready to lift up, open, and come back in for that hug. Just find your own unique pace and rhythm here. We're just going to be here for just a little moment longer. Just continuing to inhale, open up to love. Exhale, draw all of that into you. And this next inhale, just open up, suspending, holding the breath, is drawing in that last bit of universal love. And exhale, coming in for that hug. And we're just going to pause here as you give yourself a nice, gentle hug, coming to that moment of stillness. And whenever you're ready, suddenly open your eyes, come back into the space. And I know we've been sitting for a long time, so I'm just going to invite you to just gently shake out your legs, wake them up a little bit. We're coming near the end of the practice, and I know sometimes feet can tend to fall asleep or just get a little restless. It's just your invitation to just wake them up just a little bit and come back into a cross leg whenever you're ready. And so for this move, we are going to be bringing our hands into a certain mudra. So we're going to be dropping our thumbs and bringing our forefingers over. And so what we're doing here is there are acupoints here that connect to your lungs, that connect to your heart, and just that simple pressure will be awakening them. And so as you bring your hands into this mudra, we're going to be inhaling as we bring our left arm up, exhaling as we alternate. Inhale, bringing the left up, exhale as we alternate. And so we're going to be doing this breath through our nose, inhaling up and exhaling as you drop. And this can look as slow as this, or if you'd like to speed it up, it can look something like this, and just a quicker breath. But find your own unique pace and rhythm. Gently close the eyes whenever you're ready and feel comfortable with this move. Inhaling, bringing left arm up. Exhaling as we alternate, bringing the right arm up. So go ahead and find what feels good to you. I'm just going to invite you in this practice to drop in whatever is feeling heavy in your heart. You're going to use your arm and breath to pick that up, scoop it up, and throw it behind you. Anything that's just feeling particularly heavy, maybe an emotion, a situation, you're just using your arms and your breath. Just pick that up, scoop it behind you. We're going to be moving that energy out of our system and just letting it to be recycled back into the universe to be used for something else. Just letting go what is not serving you. And as we pump and we continue to awaken the heart meridians, we're moving that energy away from the heart space and out of our own bodies and system. So just continuing to move with that rhythmic pattern of your breath with your movement, inhaling left arm up, exhaling as the right arm comes up. If any moment you need to pause, shake out your arms, feel free to do that and hop back in whenever you are ready. I'm just going to be here for just a little moment longer. Now, this is the last move in the Kriya, so I'm going to invite you to just bring all the last power you have within this. And we're just going to be here for 3 more breaths. On this next inhale, just gently keeping the left arm up, suspending, holding the breath, and exhaling, shaking the arms out, coming for a last moment of pause and stillness, keeping the eyes closed. Now, this is the end of your practice. Just becoming aware of how the shifts and everything within you have changed from the beginning of when you first got on the mat to now as we are ending. Beautiful, and gently open the eyes, coming back to the space. We're gonna go ahead and rub our palms together one last time, generating that heat, bringing it up to the heart space, gently closing the eyes, taking a nice deep inhale here, and release. Just taking a moment to thank yourself for showing up today, for moving whatever need to be moved within your heart space. Beautiful. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes as we come to the end of the practice. Thank you to everyone who showed up today. I hope you had a beautiful Kundalini practice. At the end, oh, thank you, Mel. At the end, after I close out this Zoom, there will be a little survey that pops up. I would deeply, deeply appreciate if you just took a moment to fill that out. And we are coming towards the end of our April challenge, but there are a few other classes that you can take if you go onto Banyan's Eventbrite or the website to sign up. I am going to be hosting a Sacred Heart hypnosis meditation tonight at 7:30 p.m. if that's something you're interested in. And I know there are still a few other classes that other practitioners are hosting. But thank you again for joining, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day and bring a little bit of this love and heart healing. Thank you, Vivian. Thank you, Emil. Thank you, Barbara. Okay, have a beautiful day. Bye.